And now for your headliner this evening. He is the king of cringe himself. Give it up for Cody Stucki, everybody.
Thank you. I'm not gay. I have a price, though. It's like that old saying, I'm not gay, but $50 is $50. Mine is a little bit different. I'm not gay, but Red Lobster coupons are Red Lobster coupons. I'm really into like conspiracy theories. Like, I don't think Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide in prison. I think he died of COVID. And COVID is the name of the Puerto Rican guy that stabbed him. Like, talking about conspiracy theories, it's just so weird. Like, what's the deal with all these like rich people and politicians getting caught fucking kids? It's just so shocking. Like, I didn't know so many kids were whores. Speaking about whores, who here likes anal? I think it hurts. It's not my favorite thing to do. I did come in this girl's ass once, and then she woke up. Another time I made this girl come 8 times in one night. I hired 8 black guys. I did used to like to watch my ex-girlfriend fuck up a bunch of black guys. Her name was Hurricane Katrina. I think I could say those types of jokes, you know. I'm black from the waist down. I don't have a big penis. I just have 3rd-degree burns. I tend to date women who remind me of my mother, bald and covered in spider bites. With women, it's the complete opposite. Women like men who remind them of their fathers, and that's not me. I remind women of the fetuses they aborted. Women are always sending me nudes. They're always sending me naked pictures. I just wish it was of them and not their kids. You don't even have to worry. I don't even like pedophiles. I find it a bit too childish. I like to Tucson kiss instead of French kiss. A Tucson kiss is when you cough in the person's mouth and steal their fentanyl. And I don't like to do Netflix and chill. I prefer Hulu and rigidly sitting next to somebody that doesn't want to be there. I like to do doggy style. I like to hit it from the back. Just so the girl can't see me eat all of her toothpaste. When I'm in bed with a girl, I last, like an hour. 3 minutes of sex, followed by 57 minutes of apologizing to the mortician. I wanted to get an erotic massage once, but I couldn't afford it, so I had to go to the mall to get a massage. It was fine, except when I asked for a happy ending, they showed me the last 5 minutes of Finding Nemo. I get annoyed when guys complain about women putting them in the friend zone. I'm jealous, Women put me in the suspected rapist zone. I like to call my ex-girlfriend the one that got away. I accidentally left her cage open. My ex-girlfriend, she had an 8-year-old son, and she told me right off the bat, hey, my son always comes first. And I was like, he sounds like a selfish lover. I don't know why so many guys complain about loose pussies. I love them. After sex, you got a place to go and take a nap? I'm straight edge. I recently gave up drugs and alcohol to focus on my career of working in a call center. And I gave up premarital sex after my sister's 9th miscarriage. I'm just kidding, I don't even have a sister. I fucked her to death. I worked at this job for 4 years. I never got promoted once. I think it's because I'm bad at kissing ass. My boss told me I use too much tongue. And what's the deal with like woke women? Talk about a huge turnoff. Nothing turns me off more than a woman that's awake. I saw this homeless guy on the street. He had a sign. It said, "Anything helps." I gave him my bills. When I was growing up, my dad used to shit with the door open. To this day, I still don't know how he drove the car like that. When I was a kid, I wanted those like x-ray glasses, you know, like those fake ones, not the real ones. But I wanted x-ray glasses. And I thought when I put these on, oh, I'm going to see through people's clothes. I'm going to see naked people. When I put them on, all I saw was my dad beating my mom. I was watching this porno and the guy was getting his dick sucked. And he told the girl sucking it, play it like a harmonica. It's nice to know country music's making a comeback. Oh, man. I recently tested positive for IBS. That's irritable bowel syndrome. So, ladies, now's your chance to fuck the shit out of me. I'm always having diarrhea. I had diarrhea at Walmart's, and I ran out of toilet paper. I had to use a shirt. I should have taken it off the mannequin first. Fellas, they say if you want women to like you, you gotta treat the ladies like shit. And if I treat women the same way I treat my shit, they're gonna get stuck in the dishwasher. I ever heard this woman tell this other woman that men who are obsessed with breasts are like that for being breastfed as babies. And I don't understand that logic, you know, because that would have meant that I would have had to been ass fed. I was fingering this girl while she was on her period. Her dad caught me red-handed. I love shopping on Amazon. You can find anything on Amazon. I haven't found the clit. I tried to catch lightning in a bottle. Instead, I just caught AIDS. In high school, my guidance counselor told me, "Cody, follow your dreams." And I was like, "Mr. Gonzalez, all my dreams are wet nightmares." I knew this girl. She was playing really hard to get. She actually ended up committing suicide. Now she won't stop ghosting me. I remember back in 2016 with my first girlfriend, after we had sex one night, she got from on top of me, and she was really angry. She was pointing in my face, and she was like, "You didn't make me come with your dick. I made myself come with your dick." It's like, fellas, that's called losing the battle but winning the war. My girlfriend these days, she's a real handful. If I catch her even looking at another guy, I beat the fucking shit out of her. The only reason why I haven't been arrested is she's imaginary. And I don't trust bulimics. You never know what's going to come out of their mouth. I went out with this girl in a wheelchair. After our date, I asked her if she can give me a ride home. You guys will have to be patient with me tonight, you know. I am living proof that autism is a choice. I live my life by 2 rules and 2 rules only. Rule number 1, nobody come in my mouth. Rule number 2, there are no rules. I was watching this video of the Middle East, these Muslims, they were stoning this homosexual man to death. And I was like, that is so sad, you know? We should really send those people some guns. Oh, man, I like pornos that come with a challenge attached. Like, try not to come while watching this video. I came while reading the title. I was getting a hand job from this girl, and it was really dry. I was like, come on, baby, just spit on it. Never again. She had a mouthful of Oreos. My wife comes too easily. At least that's what her dad keeps telling me. My favorite part about sex is when I can time my farts to line up with her queefs. And she thinks she's the reason why the room stinks. She feels so embarrassed I get a full refund. I gave my mom a C-section scar. We got in a street fight and I pulled a knife on her. And I have a big penis. I keep it in a jar under my bed. That's for me, don't worry about it. I tried to give myself a circumcision recently. It didn't really work out that well. Let's just say I bit off more than I could chew. And I'm a little bitch. Last time I saw pussy face to face, I was looking in a mirror. I am an organ donor. Just last week I gave head. And I'm sexually attracted to Bigfoot's cousin, Big Nipples. Growing up, whenever I did something bad, my dad would take off his belt. And that was my punishment, to watch him walk around the house with his pants around his ankles. I wish I could go back in time to being a kid, though. It was just much simpler back then. Like during elementary school, at recess, the boys would play basketball, and the girls would play tetherball, and the hermaphrodites would torture small animals. I fucked a squirter once. That was pretty cool. My only complaint is I wish she squirted out of her pussy instead of her asshole. I haven't had sex in almost 4 years. At this rate, the only way I'm gonna get pussy is if I get a sex change. I am afraid of the dark. I swear to God, it's the only reason why I don't date minorities. I like to think I handle insults and criticism pretty well. I like to think I have thick skin. The doctor said it's actually herpes. And I opened up a credit card account at 1% interest. That is more interest than any woman's ever given me. Me and my ex-girlfriend, we used to like to role play to turn each other on. Like, she would pretend she had Down syndrome. I would pretend I was Tony the Tiger. And I know for a fact my neighbor fucks his dog. When I tried to fuck it, it had a loose pussy. They say if you want your dick to look bigger, you should shave the shaft and the balls. If I want my dick to look bigger, I'd have to shave my head and eyebrows. I am disabled, though. I suffer from performance anxiety, which means I can only come when I'm having a panic attack. Which is pretty easy for me to do. I'm really nervous during sex. Like a million thoughts are racing through my head. Like, does she like this? Am I doing this right? Is the anesthesia gonna wear off? I was fucking this one chick and I was able to put her legs behind her head. Her legs were prosthetics. They say if you're nervous on stage, you should just picture the audience naked. I had to stop doing that. All the women had bigger dicks than me. And I found out 2 things last time I measured my dick. First thing is I'm barely average. Second thing is if they catch you measuring your dick at Target, they make you buy the ruler. Oh man, I bought these pills off this porn site. They were supposed to increase the size of my penis. Instead, it just made the rest of my body smaller. Whenever I'm in a car with my dad, he's always complaining about other drivers riding his ass. I think it's hot. They say secondhand smoke kills. I just wish it also helped bury the bodies. Growing up, my brother was always fucking with me. Now that I'm an adult, it's consensual. Currently, all my grandparents are dead. I swear to God, it was self-defense. That's not true. Actually, one of my grandfathers died of Alzheimer's. It was so bad, he forgot how to drive drunk. Turns out I did one of those DNA tests. Turns out I have black ancestry in my DNA. I guess that's why my clit is so big. I hate when people say obnoxious things about racism in this country. They'll say things like, I don't have a racist bone in my entire body. But aren't all your bones white? There's a comedy show downtown. It's only for comics that are LGBTQ. I don't know about you guys, but that show sounds gay as fuck. One time my friend asked me if I was touched as a child. And it's like, fuck, I wish. I'm barely touched now. I don't have the grades to watch college porn. Instead, I have to watch community college porn. Actually, my favorite genre of porn is diabetic amputation porn. The only problem is those websites cost an arm and a leg. I knew this kid growing up. He killed himself after somebody else called him gay. It's like, what's up with that? Like, if I killed myself after every time somebody called me gay, I wouldn't have any time to suck dick. I got a dog recently. Great timing, you know. I was getting sick of eating dog food by myself. Some people really like to shit on pineapple pizza. And it's like, please don't. It's hard enough to eat as is. I tried to go out with this one girl, and boy, she was nuts. I'm allergic. I tried to microwave fish recently. It didn't really work out that well. I guess my microwave doesn't work underwater. You guys ever see those pornos? It's like one guy and 100 women. That's always been a fantasy of mine, you know, to be one of those women. Recently, my friend was like, man, I feel like fucking shit. And it's like, I feel like making love to shit. My grandfather asked me if I could polish his stool. My hand got stuck in the toilet. If you ask me, there needs to be more drive-through pussy in this country. That way you don't know whether you're coming or going. Last week, I saw this rambunctious child, and I told him that he needed to settle down. Now he has a wife and 2 kids. My wife is a trophy wife. I won her at the Special Olympics. And I remember the day I was born. It was an out-of-body experience. I have no idea who stole all of my board games. I have no clue. Oh yeah, it's that kind of show. I had sex with this girl and she told me that I was the biggest she's ever had. The biggest disappointment. I measured it, it's pretty big. And I was born with my penis upside down. I keep telling women not to take it the wrong way. I currently have a 20-year plan. It involves fucking a lot of 20-year-olds. I'm not even going to get into my 5-year plan. One time this girl turned me down and I was like, why? And she was like, guys who eat their own cum, they're too full of themselves. Recently I tried to work out. It didn't work out. I feel bad for the women I have sex with. When I go balls deep, I go the balls of my feet. Anybody here ever been to a blowjob contest? They go head to head. And I don't have too much of a sexual appetite. This girl asked me to eat her ass. I filled up on pussy. I'm always pissing off women. Don't worry, it's in the shower. Like I said, I'm really into conspiracy theories. Like, don't you think it's an odd coincidence that 9/11 happened on September 11th? Oh, man. I did speed dating at a gun show. I was sweating bullets. Every girl there shot me down. My girlfriend just got a new strap on. She's a real pain in the ass. I'm afraid of dying alone. That's why I'm getting my pilot's license. My psychologist is a lot like my proctologist. They both want me to open up. Anybody here ever play ants in the pants? It's itchy. Women love me for my dad bod. They hate me for my mom penis. Once I turned 29, my penis stopped working. Now it just sits around the house collecting unemployment. People confuse me sometimes. I asked this guy how long he'd been gay for. He said 8 years straight. I was at a club and I went up to this one girl and I was like, hey, baby. And she was like, goo goo gaga. I invited her back to my crib. Women these days are looking for something serious. Ladies, I have a serious gambling addiction. You don't believe me? You want to bet? Recently, I asked my dad if he would let Joe Biden eat his ass. And he was like, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. And it's like, I would. I would totally let Joe Biden eat my dad's ass. Last time I did psychedelics, my shoelaces were untied. I was tripping all day. I went to a really racist high school, Instead of the bus, they made the Native American kids ride the Columbus. And I don't trust myself. That's why I'm taking a self-defense class. The older I get, the more I'm becoming like my father. We both refuse to fuck my mom. And I've seen so much shit in my life. Just one of the many benefits of eating pussy from the back. If you ask me, girls on chemotherapy are the best to fuck. They don't have to shave their pussies. I sent this random dick pic to this girl, and she immediately threatened me with blackmail. Turns out she was a black male. And I like to drug women. I mean, how else are they going to get their Centrum? That joke usually falls flat, like the women I drug. I didn't date a lot of women who are really into astrology, because I'm desperate. But this one girl was showing me her crystal collection, then she started smoking it. Crystals are supposed to have like a calming, comforting aura to them. They have the opposite effect on me when I'm sticking them up my ass. I asked this girl if she would rate my appearance on a scale of 1 to 10. I ended up serving 3 to 5. Oh man, I got picked up by this Lyft driver recently. His pronouns were they, them. I only had enough of a tip for one person. They say pineapple juice is supposed to make your semen taste better. I don't think you're supposed to mix them together. And don't get me started on pregnant women. Pregnant women are so poor their water broke. Things change as you get older. Like last time I saw Boys in the Hood, I was at a Klan rally. But for me, political humor is it's a lot like pussy. I don't get it. I had to break up with my ex-girlfriend after she told me she was seeing other people. Turns out she was doing too much acid. I ran into my ex-girlfriend just recently. Thank God she was wearing a seatbelt. You've been a great audience. I'm going to leave you with this last joke. I'm trans. I was born a man. Now I identify as a shitty comic. Thank you so much. I'm Cody Stucki.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the king of cringe himself, Cody Stucki, one more time. Look, you knew this was going to be gross zingers all night, okay? Gross zingers also happen to be what Cody calls the treats he beats off into his dog's mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out to this. Make sure to tip her behind the bar there. And you've been awesome. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.